Hello, today I'm going to do a part of a larger app. It's going to be a very small part, and so this is going to be a quicker video. But it's the real world app. I'll show you where I got it from. I don't know much about this, but I did find it and I forked it, and I got this from this guy, forked from there, So, this is Angular 14. I named it this because I was experimenting. I didn't know for sure if StateAdapt would work with Angular 14, but apparently it does. So, but I'm stuck with this name, but it doesn't really matter. So, yeah, this is what I have, and I already downloaded it or cloned it. And I already basically laid the groundwork for it. So this is my very first time using Angular 14, and it's interesting. It's easy. I'm glad this guy already did the heavy lifting for me. Yeah, Stefan. But so yeah, I followed the documentation. Not that one. This one. Because it's a larger app, I'm going to add StateAdapt in the hybrid mode alongside NgRx, and so I just added these things so you can see. I've done this before. You can look at previous videos, but yeah, I'm sorry, the prettier configuration for this project is ridiculously wide lines of code, which sucks for viewing diffs. The most I like is 100 characters wide. And then when you zoom in, it's even worse. So when I do comparisons, maybe I should get rid of this, but even then, they go off the edge. Like designers have discovered a long time ago. Typographers, whoever they are, they have found that the best readability is like between 1680, 1600, something like that characters, definitely less than 100, not 120. And also, I believe this is like a known fact. It's actually easier for your eyes to go up and down than it is to go left or right. So code should be enough, and text, lines of text, that you can basically see everything in the line by looking at the middle. Then that's the maximum scanning speed that you can achieve. So I think it's ridiculous to try to fit as much as you can in a single line. But anyway, this is how it is, so that is what I'm dealing with here. But let's look at the diff with the home component. So I just added it just as a starting point. But yeah, so what we have is a look at the functionality here. Started running already with ngserve. This is the home page, and I will zoom in. That will actually probably help a little bit. Yeah, that's probably fine. This is the state. Popular tags. These are just tags, I guess, but it's a very simple state, like a simple reducer. And like, look at all these files. This is a lot of files. Oh, wow. So, okay. So NgRx. I didn't realize that they created this, create action group. And you have a source. Okay, so you're splitting up the action, like the specific types from the specific sources or events. It's good they call it events. This will help people transition from the mindset of imperative, as in dispatch an action to set something or to cause some change, or imperatively do something with this weird dispatch interface. Hopefully thinking of things as events and then state as reacting. So, but I mean, even with this is like, ours is going to be less code, I think. But it'll be fun to see. This is a new syntax I haven't seen before. So, all right, so those are the actions. Here's the effects spec file, and what's the deal with this? Why? The callback of effect should be wrapped in a block statement. No. Why? It's functionally the same. Go away. These weird suggestions. It doesn't matter. Okay. So, as you can tell, I'm in an opinionated mood right now. Look how hideous this is. This is worse than this is worse than just this. Anyway. Okay, so this is the traditional NgRx effect that's broken, where data dependencies are handled through this weird interface of dispatching an event. Like, when you're loading a page, that's not an event. That is things coming online and requiring data. That should just be subscriptions. So anyway, it doesn't matter. With StateAdapt, it's just natural to write things reactively. This is not reactive. This is not. All right. So like, it's in a separate file. It's out on its own. This is such a simple piece of state that I wonder if I should put this in the component, the home component. I mean, it's going to end up being like 10 lines of code total, probably. Like, really not a lot. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's all it's going to be. So I think I will put it here, but like this, that's ridiculous. Like loading on a init. Should just be an observable. So, okay. Oh, and we're manually subscribing. Okay, I don't need to worry about that. Okay. Good. So let's see what else we have. So we got this facade that ties together all the NgRx things, exposes API single API to the component. It's useless. It's just one level of separation extra. And I mean, it's fine. You got it makes a component a little bit leaner. Like if you look where, let's see, tags. Yeah. So it makes it slightly leaner like that, but the store was supposed to be that singular interface. And there's nothing extra, there's nothing interesting going on here. It's just shortening the name. But anyway, it's a facade pattern, so fine. Okay. I can't just delete everything up front. I want to, but I gotta do this incrementally. Okay, so you've got these actions, load tag success, and it's just going to patch state, this pretending that there's more state. There isn't, but that there is more state inside home. It really is just tags and an array of tags. So I'll just deal with that. And they're not even dealing with a loading state or anything. So this is actually pretty boring as far as state management goes. This is really boring. It's basically an observable that turns into state. So, man, let's pull. So I need to pull this out, and if this is an error, you get to see it in Redux DevTools, but the user's never going to notice it. So this is a debug thing. You might as well log to the console or something. But anyway, so this is the thing that we need. It's going to return, like, we already know, like, it's typed, we know what to return, so I think I should be fine with this. Like, I think I know enough already from everything. Easy, just, yeah. Okay, so I'm ready to just delete all this. Alright, now let's create, do we want an adapter? Yep. Let's call this home adapter.ts. Export const home adapter equals create adapter. Home state. Did I delete home state? Where would that be? Yes. Yeah, I'm going to put this in a new file, just call it home. There we go. Visual state. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Alright. So even when I delete things, it's not the end. Okay, home state. Alright. So what are the state changes that are gonna happen? Receive tags. What does it call it? Set tags. State tags. What were those given? Where's the model? Did I close that? Just a string. Might as well. And we're going to return state, and tags are going to be the tags. Right? Was that how they did it? They just replace it? Reducer. Basically. Okay. All right. Now, and then reset. Should I make reset tags? Or should I just use the default adapter change called reset? I know what I want to do. Yeah, I'll just use the default one. Later, it's tied up in the request, so you know I might as well just. Oops. State and nothing. It's gonna return state tags. All right. Okay, and never. And it's allowing it. See, I still hate this. Why is it allowing that? Okay, there's the adapter. It's almost like enough to just put inside the component itself, but it's totally fine to not care about that. So, let's see. This will change soon. All right. What are the build errors? Lots of errors, but they're from home component, home routes, and home routes. So it should be easy to just remove those references. Okay, so what are the sources? Well, we have a request. And what's the request? It's going to be home service. So and it's going to be called get tags. I'm going to put this at the top. Okay, so what we have is a source, and it immediately starts. So this is going to be tags request and get HTTP sources. Okay, feature, that's going to be string. This is going to be tags. Huh. It's interesting. I kind of want to have a hierarchy of home and then tags, but this is going to wrap it in brackets, so I'm just going to do that. It doesn't matter. Okay, and then this dot home service dot get tags, and then right, so we get the response, and we need to determine if it's true. What's the response? I'm pretty sure, so it's just going to throw an error. The response is just going to be an error if this doesn't work. So for a catch error, it's just going to be empty. Okay. So that determines the sources, and now we create the. Wait, we're creating the home store here. So let's see, this dot adapt dot init. This is going to be home, right? And then the adapter, and then home initial state. And we plug in the sources. So we got set tags, and that's going to be tags request success, and then reset tags is going to be this dot tags request dot error, right? Yeah. Okay, so what is this? Oh, this returns the nested thing. So yeah. Oh, wow. It's unbelievable that that is still all in the same line of code. Ugh, that's too much. That's too much. But the one thing that is easy, I like the single quote and the trailing comma, arrow parens, avoid. There. There's no need for that. It's so easy to add them, just boom, they're there. Okay. That's not a selector, so we actually need to add that as a selector. Easy. Okay. Now that's a selector, and it's right, so we're gonna have an error here. There. Now where else? So facade. That's unnecessary, and I think we're good to go. Oh yes, this is definitely trivial. Okay. Is there anything I'm missing? Maybe I should have. Well, I know it's going to be broken now, but cool. I think we're done here. Wow, that was really boring. It's just a home component. Okay. This is strange. Strange that it's this. But I got rid of one, didn't I? It was one line before. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Am I missing anything? If there is an error, there'd be a problem. It should be building now at least. Yes. Aha, good. Here's a problem to solve. What is this? This looks unrelated. Why is it happening then? Let's just look at the store and see what we got. Where are the tags? I don't see them getting added anywhere. Oh, you know what? It looks like just the dev tools are showing all NgRx init actions. In my last video, I was thinking they changed it, but look at all this. All these init things, that's annoying. Yeah, it's not even firing anything. So that is strange. What is going on here? So I just added this stuff here. This completely functional reactive programming code here. Well, let's just debug the old-fashioned. Wait, what? Okay. I need to see where tags are being used to see if there's maybe some weird. Yeah, it's just here. Oh. I mean, that's not that crazy. Homestore.tags. Yeah, but okay. This is basically as simple a change as you can have. Well, okay, well, let's just subscribe and see what we get. I mean, is a network request? That should at least be getting kicked off. What? Okay, wait. What was in the effects? Was there like some prerequisite, some data? This.actions.pipe of type load tags. It's possible that something. Let's look at this. Where is home service? Possible this depended on. Yeah, maybe there's some race condition that happens because this wasn't coded reactively, and it's fragile to change. So I mean that's possible. This happens a lot, because this used to have this thing here where on init you load the tag. So let's say I want to do that. let's just say init. Oh, it's already there. It is authenticated. So when is that? All right, but this should, no, tags. It doesn't seem like tags should depend on authentication. However, I don't know everything, so let's just try this out then. Yeah. Okay. And then we'll just plop that in there. Okay. Wait. I don't know. Maybe I changed something else extra. Nope. What is going on? This is like an early thing, so why does this happen? Yeah, and John, I doubt this even runs. It does. Let's put in a delay here. Let's try this. Doesn't matter. What did I change? Okay, well, let's just see what it's trying to find here. List config. Where's list config? Articles facade. I mean, who cares? That's fine. This should all still be working the same. This is all initial state. Get user, set list config, and then the facade then grabs that. What is the default list config? So the diff. Why is the action showing up? Is this from StateAdapt, the action sanitizer? Okay, why can't I see? Set list config. Payload. Okay, so state. Yeah, it's dumping the action on here, and there used to be a payload. Yeah, there you go. So it's putting the last action here. Wish I could remember what it was doing before I added StateAdapt. I can just do a get stash and see, but maybe I'll do that at the end. Okay, so config. I mean, well, it was nothing before. So why is this suddenly a bug? Config. Okay. Alright, this is going to be complex stuff to rewrite. I'm looking forward to it. you know, in the end, it's just state changes. It's not that different from StateAdapt when you actually write it out like this. Okay. Okay, what about the selectors? Create feature. What does it do? Oh, does this use that TypeScript thing? Select list config. Oh, I think so. It automatically. List config. I'm not sure I like that. Because, like, selectors are supposed to be a way to decouple state from the store. I mean, state from the consumers. Automatically creating the selector names off of those properties and just returning the properties, that's not decoupling. I mean, that removes the decoupling. You might as well just grab the state object and access the property. Why wouldn't you? I mean, what you get isn't even better because it's not shorter. You know, that versus that, they're not different, and they can't be shorter because you have to prepend the something to it anyway. So this is pointless. The selector becomes pointless in this case. Anyway, list config. So it's a top level thing. And okay, so why is it list config dot filters? Like from the beginning it should be defined. So all this is one. So if there are now tag filters, I'm going to pause this recording while I figure this out. Okay, so first thing, when I went on my deletion rampage, I got rid of this entire feature, the article stuff. Didn't realize that was here. So I put that back and that bug is gone. But tags are still not being requested, so now I'm working on that. And so now I'm going to, yeah, there's a delay. I'm going to subscribe. And console log that. See what happens. Whoa. Hey, there we go. There are the tags. Whoa, why are they there now? That is interesting. Get rid of that, and they do not show up. Is this not being subscribed to in the template? Is there an NGF somewhere? What is going on here? Let me try this somewhere very visible. Let's see what happens here. Empty. This is strange. I mean, this is all happening. The subscription happens before ng on init. Let me just delay. Is it delay time? Is this like one of those? No, I think it is just called delay. No, I think before I added it even. I'm not going to do organize imports quite yet. Huh. Okay, yeah, still does nothing. So what does, and it doesn't get logged. So this is the subscription. I mean, I don't need to do this. I do just want to do this. So I'm just going to not worry about that. I'm just going to try to figure out this part. Why is it not? It is being requested. Okay. Well, I don't really care. Oh. It doesn't get wrapped in the brackets, so okay. That I like that. That's good. So we got home, tags, success, or I should just call it received. Well, anyway. Hey, we got tags now. There they are. So what was going on with that whole thing? Why wasn't it getting subscribed to? Maybe something. I really don't know. Something was causing this to not subscribe immediately. That's the only explanation I can think of, because when NgInit runs, this should be listening for that subject to .next. And it wasn't getting anything, so I don't know. It looks like just regular HTML. It doesn't look like any weird timing. I mean, I just didn't expect that at all. This should be consistent. This should be fine. Where's the HTML? Oh, I didn't modify it anymore. I think it's the exact same now. Okay, so I think I'm done. Let's see. I mean, this is so simple. All it does is grab the thing. So let's say let's just just see what happens here. Or don't want to throw it here. I want to throw it inside. Here. Okay, let's see now. Tags, where are tags? Error, good. And the action itself should have the error in it. It should. Oh, right. I think in home component, this here, I think this would be the error. So if you look here, yeah, error, payload should just be that. So in case of error, I'm having it reset tags. And it's not even referencing this, it's just going to reset them. So this would be the string. And I think this knows it's supposed to be a string. No. I thought I had this typed correctly where this could be a string or the response. And this one would be if it's like if this is true, then this becomes the response. If it's false, then it becomes the string because of the error. I thought that's how I had this, but Is there a second parameter to it? No. Okay, well, I'm actually gonna go to my library and sources. What does it return? Catch error. Okay. What is this? Catch error, get HTTP error of the type. Wow, this is really nested. Get HTTP error. Ugh. So this converts it to an action, so the payload will be the error. Catch error, so this will take the error and then turn it into an action of the error. And this just happens, this gets put onto the observable by itself, so what you pass in, this gets added to it. So that will catch the error and return an action, and the payload will be where does this get used? Get response just here. I see. Right. Huh. Maybe this here, get response, it's gonna take, okay, right, so this source should have, yeah, because some endpoints, they just error, like they return 404 instead of like empty data. So I think I didn't handle this situation in case the response itself is an error and not just like and it could be a 404 or something. So I've got the catch error here, which is great, but I'm wondering what I need to do to make this better. But anyway, so as far as this app goes, that doesn't matter anyway. But it sends the right action, so but yeah, okay, so I will go back to this later and revisit this, but for now I'm going to overview the changes and track them. So we've got that's cleanup and preparation. I'm going to count this in 2. And then that's all the specific changes. So okay, should I commit this to main? Nah. Okay, so I forgot how to create new branches in VS Code. I used to do it all the time, but I don't care. Okay. Now I add these things back. Okay. All right. Now, what do we have? What? Oh, there's a commit hook. That is annoying. And it adds this crap back. No? Oh, it formatted it because I saved that before. Okay. More cleanup. All right. Okay, so let's look at the change. So we added 11 lines of code there. Here we went from 61 to 75, so added 75. Wait. I'm gonna just add it all to. Yeah, I'm gonna add it all together. Why not? Minus 65. Was that what it was? 61. Okay. And with the model, I added that. That was 8. Routes, I plus 17 minus 23. With home service, I don't want that. Let's just go back to the way things were. Okay, so that is ignored. And then here we minus 11. We don't need tests. I could test the adapter. What does this exactly actually test? I mean, look at this. This is stupid. There's like all of this is just for this. These 2 lines of code. Expect true to be truthy. All right, I think I can safely. I'm not going to count this. That was worthless to begin with. So, okay, so 25. The useless facade file. I mean, this is like really charitable towards StateAdapt because I could have put it in a store service, but it wouldn't. It would have been trivial still. So, all right. Okay, now we're going to divide by just the subtract numbers. Okay, now let's ask Google what that is. %. Wait, so we're at 1/3 the lines of code? Is that what that is? I've got so 2 negatives, so it's minus 33%. I think that means it's 33% of the lines of code it used to be. It's tired. It's late and I'm tired. So, okay, so I've got positive of the lines of code I have, minus the ones that I got rid of. So let's assume that that is 1/3. Then it'd be, no. So it'd be 2/3, right? So I subtracted 2/3. So I've got 2/3 of what I had. So I subtracted 33%. I think that's what this means. Yes, that's what this means. So that was minus 1/3 of the original, and then I divided by the original, and that got minus 1/3. So, okay, so it's 2/3 what it was. It's not insanely different, but it's better. Yeah, and this was the spiffy new syntax that they have. Wherever it was. Where'd they do that? Create feature? Yeah, right here. And then with actions, create actions. This is good. I'm glad that they're trying to reduce boilerplate, but there's no simpler way to achieve the value of NgRx than understanding why it has value to begin with. And the reason it does is because of reactive data flow plus Redux DevTools. It has nothing else going for it. Nothing else. I don't know why you would prefer to create a giant state structure up front. It's nice to handle things as local state. Other than that, NgRx just tries to enforce separation of concerns, but what that really means is things upstream do not meddle with things downstream. They're not too connected. What's downstream is in charge of what it depends on, not the other way around. One-way data flow. This is what Flux originally was trying to do. So this is that's just what RxJS can do, though. So if we can add Redux DevTools support to RxJS, then we get the same thing. So, and with none of the extra stuff. RxJS does suck with the scan operator. Like, you have to create like your own payload stuff. So that's why I created like the helper things like source, and then to source, and then get HTTP sources. Those are great, like little helpers for the syntax to make it a little more minimal. But overall, this is just RxJS. Inside here, I'm just chaining off of all inputs, calculating new state, and then automatically just getting the adapter and attaching these selectors onto it. So it's pretty simple. Yeah, so anyway, I'm pretty excited about this. This is really, and what do we have now? We have 2 files that honestly kind of probably should have been here to begin with. This is the application. Like, this is how state changes. These are the tags, which is the only thing that changes in home apparently. And then home component or home model. This is just what is kind of defining what that is. I mean, you could define it here with the adapter. That wouldn't be bad at all. That actually kind of makes sense to do, because it defines what shape you've got and how it can change and what you can get from it. So I think it might make sense to do to put them together possibly, but it's fine separate. This is all about state, and you could create a store that'd be kind of like the facade. It'll maybe it would allow you to share it if you wanted to, but anyway, so I think that's good for today. That was longer than than it should have been, honestly, but I'm glad it's good to go now. So the next one, what should the next one be? Let's do article list, because that is also referenced in home, and apparently it's its own library. Yeah, home was accessing state though, like data. So let's go down here. That was unnecessary to have open. Same with this. But home, this was just I guess a feature library, and features are allowed to use data. I mean, this uses article access, whatever it's called, data access. So cool, fine. But then how does it use articles? Go to articles. You know, this isn't, I think articles, that's like a separate feature maybe. Why is it used here? List config, that's all it's used for, is the list config. And then down here, I don't know what that's about. Yeah, I'll figure it out later, but oh, I wasn't sharing the screen there, so anyway, so it's only using list. I'll figure it out later, but that seems like a good next thing to do. It'll probably be its own feature, and then I have to figure out how it relates to home. But I feel like it shouldn't even be here, but anyway, So that's the end of this recording, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.